Hey, good morning, good morning, folks. How you guys doing? My goodness, it is a beautiful, sunny, shiny day out here in Central Florida. Oh, my. The sun is just baking out there. Chickens are going crazy. Dogs are chirping. Yeah, everything's a fabulous, fabulous day in Coop World. Yes. Now, okay, we will have a guest joining us here shortly. Okay. I should be about 15, 20 minutes. They'll be popping on. So you guys just hang in there, hang in there. It'll give us time to get some good mornings out of the way and see what all you guys are up to and do a little bit of chit chatting while we wait. Oh, Mr. Kiko's in the house. D spills the tea. Good morning, young lady. Nanny Clampett. What's happening, girl? Oh, then we got Dangerous Waves. Good morning, Aspen. How you doing? How you doing? Big Dirt. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Who else we got in here? Oh, Miss Tammy P. Good morning, young lady. How are you today? Oh, and who is here? Lane's wife. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Frankie Fuzzface. How you doing? How you doing? There's Miss Nanny Clampett again. Mr. Kiko again. Let's scroll on down a little ways. D spills the tea. I'm heading to Rumble. I'm boycotting YouTube. All right, D. All right. Hey, things will get worked out. I'm not throwing a fit about it. It's no biggie. Things will get worked out. I'm sure. Andrea, good morning. How you doing, young lady? Miss Nancy's in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Jen, good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Dawn, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, who else we got in here? There's Jen. Good morning. I'll be lurking because I'm going to try to lay down again. Well, you lay down and get some rest, Jen. There's no sense in sitting up if you're tired, girly girl. Right. Oh, James, how you doing? How you doing? Christy, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, welcome. All you fabulous people. My goodness. I ain't even going 5 minutes, and we already got 79 fabulous souls hanging out to see what old Coop's got to say today. But yes, we will have a guest here in just a little while. Torhild, good morning, young lady. Good morning. Oh, Andrea, I got it. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. For all you guys and gals know, yes, my monetization is down right now. So if anybody wants to send anything, I have my PayPal tip jar linked in the comment section. It's pinned there. You are not required whatsoever. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Just you being here is enough for me. Thank you so much, Andrea. I got it. Oh, who else? Oh, by the way, thank you, DR. And for the other two individuals that sent stuff last night, thank you as well. I don't have it pulled up in front of me right now. I will pull that stuff up probably later on during the show, probably at the end, because it comes in email form. So I can't just pull it up on the screen. So I'll probably pull a tug today and read all of them at the end of the show. Okay. Miss Nanny, my pleasure, she says. Well, thank you so much. Hey, what's up there, Tuggerman? Manservant, sexy. Yes, the manservant will be here shortly. He sent me a text message saying, I'll be just a bit late, but he will be here. He will be here. Yes, he will. Glad to have you, Tug. Glad to have you, my friend. Dangerous Waves. Good morning. Who else we got in here? Oh, there's Miss Jen again. Pickles. How you doing, Pickles? Mr. Coop, I'm over here on Rumble also. Well, you guys rumble away over there, all right? And there's D Spills the Tea over in Rumble with the Mighty Dogs. Suzanne, good morning. Oh, what do we got here? Blossom, how you doing? Manservant. No, not Coop, not Coop. We will be getting into that shortly. Yes, we will. Glad you're well, Mr. Coop. Much love, Allie says. Thank you so much, Allie. It means a lot to me, girl. Oh, who else do we have rolling up in here today? Holy cow, holy cow. I saw there was a bunch of new posts from the lunatic of Otter Creek. Today, we're pretty much not going to be covering a whole lot of that stuff. I'm going to leave it up to our guests to go in the direction they want to go. If they want to talk about that stuff, they can, but I'm not going to push it on them. Our guest today, as a lot of you know, will be Mr. Travis. Yes, it will, the mayor of Tubetown. Coop needs to promote his Rumble. Yeah, I know, D. I know it. Mark, how you doing, Mark? How you doing? Good morning, sir. Oh, just good morning. Jolanda, how you doing, girly girl? Charlie Sugar up in the house. Good morning, sir. How you doing? All the way up there from Illinois. Wow. Blue, good morning. How are you today? Oh, good morning, Mr. Coop, Torhill says. Well, good morning to you too, girly girl. All the way from Norway. Man, it's unbelievable. The planet, people from all over the planet taking time out of their day to come and listen to what old Coop's got to say. Wow, it's amazing sometimes. It floors me. Greg, how you doing? Good morning, Mr. Coop and friends and guests. Oh, good morning, Jay. How you doing? Coop, can you pin your tip? It is pinned, Susie. It's pinned right there at the. They moved it. It's not at the top anymore. It's pinned all the way at the bottom. I'll go make sure, but I can see it on my side, so it's pinned right there at the bottom. I do believe. We'll go see. Okay, it should be there. Let me see. Yeah, Susie, it's pinned right at the bottom. It used to be able to be pinned at the top, but it pins it at the bottom. Now, I noticed that on Tug Stream last night. I'm like, what in the world is this right here? And it was where Megan and them had pinned his one of his links. It's not at the top anymore. It's right above. If you're on the computer, it's right above your comment section there where you can comment. If you're on your phone, let's go see where it's at. It'll only take a second. Oh, let's see here. Mr. Cool. It's right above. Yes. On your phone, it's in the same place. It's right above your comment box there. You just click the link and it'll take you to the tip jar. All right. Who else we got in here? Holy, scrolling. Christy, Susie, Mercedes is over in the Rumble Dungeon. Good morning, Mercedes. How you doing, girly girl? Who else do we have over here? Now, there's Mama Coop, my sweetie's in the house. Pickles is over in the dungeon with D spills the tea and dang it, Mercedes. Chris, good morning. How you doing? Don, good morning. Who else is in here? Teresa, good morning. Bring on the manservant. Yes, he will be here shortly. As soon as he arrives, I will bring him right on. He's a busy man. You got to remember, guys and gals. The manservant, he hires himself out to do handyman jobs, and he also is the mayor of Tubetown. So he is a busy fella. You got a manservant, Coop? Oh, no, I don't have a manservant, but he's out for hire. He is out for hire. Oh, who else do we have? Doris, good morning. How are you, girly girl? Sea girl, good morning. Good to see you. Good morning, Harry. How are you, my friend? Don says, hello, Coop and Mama Coop. Well, hello to you too, Don. Good morning. or good evening, or good afternoon, or whatever, wherever you may hail from. Oh, what do we got here? Bear, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Good morning. All right. Jeanette, good morning. How are you today, young lady? Right? Al Walker. Yes, that's right. It is a Wednesday, middle of the week. What a good day. This is a perfect day to have the mayor of Tubetown on. So, but yeah, it is
Hump Day. Yeah.
Yeah. We halfway through the week. We get done with the day, just 2 more days. Oh, did you hear Tizzy got demonetized? Also, Sharon says. Well, first of all, good morning, Sharon. How are you doing, young lady? How are you? Yes, I heard that last night. I surely heard that last night. I hope she gets it fixed. Now, the situation that she's in, I don't know how she's going to do that. Thank God I've got, Tug help me through this, trying to fill out all the information I needed to. Guys and gals, I've been on here making videos for well over 15 years. I have never had a strike on my channel. I've never had any problems on my channel at all, ever. I had one video that was removed. It told me to edit it. I edited it. They put it right back up. This is all due to AI bots. It's nothing to do. I mean, I'm sure a bunch of these morons are probably flagging channels. I'm sure they're doing that. But the action that happened, I do believe, was all AI. It wasn't humans doing it, which I can understand to a point because, yes, I'm not on camera, which, yeah, I'm on camera right now. But hey, they come and the bots watch this stuff and they see just an avatar with a little movie thing. They think it's something that it's not. They'll get it worked out. They most definitely will. Oh, Goon, how you doing? Good morning, Alice. Alice, how you doing? Alice Goon. Now I like that. Oh, here we go. We got a guest coming in with us. Bam. There he is. Now you
can hear me.
Oh yeah, I can hear you, my man.
Okay, I don't only use this thing that much, the StreamYard stuff or whatever. So I don't know. I was trying to put a picture up. A picture. Where do you put the picture instead of the W?
Now, are you on your phone or are you on your computer?
I'm on my phone.
Okay. On your phone, it's going to be a nightmare trying to find it, but you should be
don't worry about
it. What you do is go back out. And when you come in, it'll bring you to that first page before it brings you in. You should be able to either use camera or use an avatar, either one you want. There should be a little, like a camera icon right there on your phone somewhere in the
I see that. I turned that off, actually.
Yeah, if you wanted to come on camera, you just hit that and it'll bring you on camera.
Okay, I'm trying to. It's all low on my phone. I should have. I came in once, but then I deleted myself or something. I'm not sure what happened. But
well,
I never
Restream
my phone.
Restream is a little different than StreamYard, but it's basically the same. It's just on your phone. It's really hard to see. I know it can be done. It's so small on your phone. It's kind of crazy. I don't even.
Well, let me see.
Oh, there you are. Right on. Now the AI bots can't say that we're fake now.
I know. So yeah, that's funny. Hold on, it's shaky right now. I'm trying to get this tripod straight. Yeah, so it's funny that that they're doing that the whole robot stuff.
Oh yeah, apparently they got Tizzy to bounce last night too. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
That's crazy. Yeah.
I heard there's been like hundreds and hundreds of channels this happened. But that's where it's so I don't know if who knows about it or not, but for me, I was demonetized once for like 4 days. And because they were saying I was doing like duplicate content, but they didn't realize that it was because it was a robots, because it was me, but they didn't realize it was the mayor with the black hat and the shirt. And so therefore it took about 4 days, I think, to get it all straightened out for me. But it's happened. I think it's it's just like I said, the new the robots, the what do you call them, the iBots or whatever you call them. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
So
it's insane. They basically got me and Tug on the same thing. And it said we were I can't even remember the name now. Inauthentic something content. Because we weren't on camera, you know, we're not on camera all the time. So the majority of our streams, it's just an avatar sitting there flashing. But I mean, if the AI actually listens, they'll hear our voices. You know, it's not scripted. It's not a robot's voice. I mean, I don't know of one AI program out there that can make my voice sound like it does.
Yeah. You know, it's I don't know, man. At this point in time with computers, and it's what's honestly the saddest part about it is just, you know, not to jump to a negative subject, but the way they look at it. You know, like they're sitting like the dude yesterday sitting there saying, "Oh, my channel's next." Like, what are you talking about? What's my channel gonna get hit for? You know, because you guys are threatening. I mean, would that be a threat?
Yeah,
versus like, you know, it's you guys, you know, had the robots and they try to seem to take claim for it. But it's just it's funny.
Well, you know, I was going to bring you on today, and if you don't want to talk about them chuckleheads, hey, man, we got a whole bunch of other stuff we can talk about, because I know you're all about the smiles over there.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know, it's funny. Like, that's where it's like, I've had a couple of John Malamas jump in on my chat and or my comments and stuff, and like I'm like, I respond to them like, man, you guys take your blinders off for different ones, because it's like, so he's allowed to come out the gate and say, hey, maggot, but I'm not allowed to. I'm now harassing him by responding, what's up, liar? You know what I mean? Like, that's the funniest thing about it, is like the people are just so blinded by the like, wait till you see today's video. You'll see I'm coming out and just weeding right there across from the car, weeding down the ditch, and like, just, it's okay. Why if he wasn't directly trying to come out and harass or disturb or whatever, why didn't you just wait till the guests had left? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, you know, everybody, they're trying to make it like these guys are innocent individuals that do nothing wrong. Well, as last I checked, 2 of the neighbors across the street from Two Town literally have restraining orders on them. Okay, they've been convicted for doing exactly what they're accusing everybody else for doing.
Right. Oh, that's what. Right. Like, mind blowing.
Well, my suggestion to you is, man, just keep rolling with what you do. You're having fun over there, and don't pay them chuckleheads any mind. I mean, I know it gets aggravating.
Well, honestly, let me interrupt you there. Honestly, you guys will see in today's video, and I might leave it on a little bit of a cliffhanger just to leave the last little bit out for tomorrow's video. But you'll see, it's entertaining to me at this point in time. It's like I've proven my point the way I've stayed away from it long enough. Now, he wants to continue to come out and call me names. Well, I'm just going to respond. Like, what's I could be nice, you know, tell them, well, you guys keep lying over there. Like, I literally, you know, we're going back and forth, and you'll see in today's video, we're going back and forth with each other, and you know, these, you know, F you, maggot, and just like I'm like, I even sounds like, dude, this is quite entertaining to me at this point in time. Like, I'm just gonna laugh at you and watch you, you know, just make a fool of yourself. Like, that's literally at this point. I've tried so hard. Like you said, they're blaming everybody for what everybody's doing. They're saying I'm filming them and this and that. You know how many times I do not film them? I directly get them out of my camera just because, and it's been proven so much. It's like, at this point in time, it's like, all right, well, you want to sit there and, you know, play your antics. Well, then I guess I'll just sit there and continue to laugh at you, because like, it's entertaining.
Monetize the shit out of them. I mean, they want to act foolish and do stupid things, and then they wonder why people talk about them. I mean, the whole thing that's attracted me to all of this is all of the nonsense. I find humor in the idiocy that comes out of people that's dumb enough to put it online. I mean, if you don't want people saying anything about you, keep your stupidity to yourself. That's the way I look at it. That's one of the reasons I love your channels, because I can unplug from all of this stuff and you having fun and talking to the kids and, you know, talking about your day at Tube Town or whatever, man.
Right.
So don't let them drag you down that rabbit hole. But if they do, monetize the shit out of them. I mean,
Well, I'm just going to continue to do what I do. You know, it's just instead of like somebody comes out there, even and I still didn't like film them the whole time. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there busy with a guest, and you'll see. I sit and have a great conversation with the guest, and that you know, it's obviously deliberate, but you know, I do film him a little bit because even for example, when he goes walking in the gate, like I'm just filming myself. I get a kick out of watching myself just watch this circus. You know what I mean? And he staggered 2 times, and it's funny because I could say it because I seen it because I'm like whoa like like you know, and but I'm just going to, you know, if he wants to come out and say something to me, I'm going to say something back, and I'm going to you know, chat and interact, I guess, you know, at this point in time. I've done proving my point for so long. And I mean, honestly, it's like I'm just like I said in that one video or whatever, like the gloves are off. Like, I'm just going to talk to you. You guys want to talk? Let's talk, you know, like,
well, yeah, they inject themselves into your life. Oh, well, respond back. Go for it, man. Go for it.
You know, like I said, they just don't bother me. I don't bother them, but they want to lie, and they want to continue to say, oh, he's doing this. I'm playing my music all the time. Like, I haven't played my music over there. Actually, I did it yesterday when I was filming. My speaker wasn't working, and my videos, I'm doing some dance moves, but I still got to finish my video and do some narration on it. But yeah, I turned my radio on yesterday. I don't even listen to my radio in my truck. You can ask my wife. Like, my radio's always off all the time. I'm always just in my head. And so now I guess I'll just jam out while I'm there. You know what I mean? I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. I can do it. I'm allowed to do it. But I'll probably just
what is it? Like 8 o'clock in the morning till what, 10 o'clock at night? You can do whatever you want on your property.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's so for the people who don't know, you know, that's where it's like, you know, that's what they used to do to me all the time. They bring out the stereo. As soon as they get there, they literally left the inside stereo outside in the rain. Like, what kind of fire hazard is that, right? To, you know, to blast at me. And like I said, for, I don't know, years, I've really done nothing to, you know, to bother them. Even just like I said into the video, you'll see like I told you, I was like, I don't do nothing to bother you guys, but y'all just seem to want to continue to accuse me and blah 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 blah. Just like I told them that to, you know, too.
You got to remember, these people are professional victims. Okay, they are a victim from the word go. They look for every advantage to play the victim, and right now they'll confront you, and when you respond, they're the victims when they initiated it. This is what's insane with these people.
And the people who actually come on, though, and there's one guy who's like, his first comment, you know, and he's like something like push, get pushed back or something like that. And I think I could, maybe it was on my side, that side. It was, you know, I usually know because you see how many comments and what they left. But I'm just amazed by these people that sit there and like, okay, they can do that, but we can't do this. You know what I mean? Like it's plain and obvious. Again, not to beat a dead horse, but it's like they're doing that. But yeah, you guys say that we're doing that, and like, right? It does just blow my mind. And what even more blows my mind, I'm sure we probably got some on here. I don't know how many people are on here, but like, you know, they're always, the Drumalomas are going to be there. But them and the fact that they'll continue to watch my channel and comment on it, I'm like, thanks, you know, thanks for watching. Like, some of the, I think I got a #1 drama llama that like literally they continue to watch, and it's like, well, you're actually supporting, you know, you're not doing nothing but helping the channel.
See, they don't understand any kind of interaction they have on your channel, whether it be a dislike, a like, viewing it, leaving a comment, it's all helping your channel, every bit of it. If they don't want to help your channel, they just need to stay away. That's the way I look at it.
Well, that's where, like, I'm so out of the loop, as you know. I'll jump on your live a little bit here and there to just try and chime in, same thing with Tug when I can. But I don't watch these channels, other channels, to find out what's going on. Like, I could care less. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't bother me. But the llamas, they just love to support. I mean, like Jeremy always said, you know, your haters are your biggest supporters.
Yep, they are, because they talk about your stuff more than anybody. I mean, you have your fans, but they just can't help themselves. Anytime they get on that drama wagon, they just want to continue with it and keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. I mean, I don't hate any of these people. You want to watch. If I'm bothering you, don't watch. It's that simple. I mean, that's like the yesterday's video, or the bully stuff. You know, you probably know where I got that from. There was a post put up calling people bullies. I'm like, how am I bullying anyone? I'm sitting over here minding my own business, talking to my chat. If you feel bullied, don't watch my shit. That's how it works out.
Right. Now I don't. So they're saying you were a bully?
Oh no, it was a broadcast. It was everybody's bullying on the internet. And I'm like, really? And it come from your neighbors.
Oh, I'm sure.
But no, I was going to have you on here today to talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you don't want to talk about them chuckleheads, we won't. If you do, well, hey, you know I'm game for that.
I don't know, like, dude, I'm just chilling. Like I said, like it's funny because usually I'm filming the same day. Like I said, a lot of times I'm doing my videos while you're on during your hours. But I have footage yesterday because I ended up getting a blessing box down there, which that was quite an adventure. But so the blessing box is now there, and then obviously from him coming out and interacting, I had plenty of footage, so I already got enough footage for a video today, which I'm pretty pumped on because usually I'm like, the way it works for me is I film it the same day most of the time as my video post. Like I'm getting my thumbnail done like 30 minutes, maybe an hour if I'm lucky before posting time. So it's nice because I could jump on here today and hang out for a bit because the fact of usually I can't. My cycle is filming and basically film, edit, upload, download, edit, the whole YouTube thing. Yeah.
That was my entire channel years ago, was nothing but uploads. So I know all about that editing. I mean, these freaks and fools sit there talking about, you got no content. I know how to make content. My channel for over 10 years was all uploads. There was no live streaming on my channel. I know how to make content. It's just, I'm interested in this story. Okay.
And that's sorry, man, but that's where it's like, that's where it's like same thing with Tug. Like, I talked to Tug on the phone, and it's funny because he just eats it up. You know what I mean? He just loves it, and that's everybody's niches. Everybody likes a different thing. For me, I'm involved with it, but I don't really, I'm not that entertained with it. But now at this point in time, I'm entertained with the chucklehead, as you said, across the street. Now he's just entertaining, and Shizzy's songs.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on Shizzy's songs.
Yeah, but yeah, I just derailed myself.
Oh, you all right, man. I do that all the time. That's why I usually, D or somebody's on here keep me straight. But that's
right.
All right.
Yeah, that's my mod Carberg. She does pretty good, keep me on track. But yeah, I just man, what was I just talking about?
Chuckleheads across the street.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Tug loves it. You know what I mean? And that's cool. But what's so funny is like you were saying that they said, oh, you got no content, and I've said this from day one. I said, one, you've been on here way longer than a lot of creators. You guys have all been doing this prior to the What the Hell stuff. You guys have been YouTubing prior to any of the What the Hell stuff. But those other channels, and again, I don't really know who does what anymore. I know that the Lisa chick, they're always out there, but like that's the only thing they got. That's the only thing they got is to talk about Jeremy, talk about me. Now they talk about you. They talk about shit. They talk about everybody out there. But it's like, well, then if you want to sit there and call us we don't have no content, well then do your auctions, do the rocks or whatever it was you guys did prior, and don't mention What the Hales and just roll with that. You know what I mean? But we don't have no content, right?
Their rock videos weren't content. It was they were lucky to get 200-300 views. That's why they jumped on this gravy train. In my opinion, just my opinion alone, the biggest hater channel out there, they were looking for an excuse to come after Jeremy Hales, and they used Lynette and Crook to do it. So, let them do whatever they want. The way I look at it, the content that we make is our content. Okay. We interact with our chat. We interact with our people that want to see what we have to say. I'm sitting here talking to you today. We're talking a little bit about the nonsense that's going on, but this is not content related around them. This is content related around you and I having a conversation.
Right. And what happened to me yesterday, you know what I mean? Like that's so it's not conscious. Like he comes out, he wants to, like, I don't know how many times I got it on tape so many times. Obviously I didn't have it yesterday when he came out, but again, I didn't know he was coming out. So obviously that's when I went and started filming, but till he comes out, I don't know, but yeah, so, I started up my camera up then and it's like, I don't know, man. I'm still just blown away by it. It's like, it was yesterday. It's what happened yesterday. Like literally what happened yesterday. And so now at this point, like you'll see in my video today, like I'm just going to continue to have fun with it and continue. They want to interact with me, then I'm just going to interact back. That's plain and simple. So they just keep interacting with me. I mean, you're entertaining to the world. So let's just keep entertaining the planet.
Sharon says, Coop, Mr. Coop, are you and Travis going to build the treehouse together? Well, if he needs help on one weekend, when I have time off, I'll be more than delighted to come up there and help him, drive some nails. Okay. I don't mind that at all. You know where that's coming from, don't you, Travis? I had made a little joke about it here, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. And I said, yeah, I might just strap on my old tool belt and head on up there and help Travis build that tree.
Right on, yeah. That's right, man.
Of course, the chuckleheads ran with it. He's going to go up there and build that tree house. He's going to be just as guilty as them. Guilty for what?
Right.
Explain to me how placing yard ornaments on your own property is harassing anyone.
I still been waiting on the proof.
The way you set up the memorial for the memorial is absolutely gorgeous, I think. I mean, it took a bunch of woods and weeds and turned it into something, or I guess you could say artistic.
Well, it's a combination of everybody. I mean, the well definitely does set it off. Let's not lie. I mean, you did a fantastic job on that. So, but yeah, it is kind of, I guess, just my brain. That's just the whole idea. Again, like I've said before, Tube Town was never put there to harass anybody. It was never, ever there to do any of that. It was there to give, I explain this to the viewers all the time too. It was there to give the viewers a place to go, because going to the ranch is home, going to the schoolhouse is work. Yesterday, there was a person that they came by Tube Town. I was there. You'll see my video. I had no idea they're coming. They're coming from Oklahoma. They stayed in Gainesville. They're going to South Beach for a wedding, but they decided to drive from Gainesville 40 miles out of the way, or 40 minutes out of the way, to come see Tube Town. I was pretty pumped to be there, but it was a place where the viewers could stop by. And if I'm there, if Jeremy's there, if George is there, if whoever's there, you're more than welcome to come say hello, talk, interact. But they just can't expect, like if they pull up at a schoolhouse, expect us to go out there, because we'll be out there filming, or we'll be out there sorting units or whatever. They can't expect us to stop and go over there. Now we can't help it, and it's okay. They want to stop and take pictures and all that, but that's the whole idea of Tube Town. And then the memorial for the memorial never was, kind of spun off, but ultimately, the ultimate goal is like a Route 66, like roadside attraction, where people are just like Cadillac Ranch. Like people are like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, this is just so bizarre. That's the funness of it, and I just keep building it the way I build it, and the way the viewers send stuff, and just having, pretty much it's all built with the viewers and stuff. I just I create what I create with what's sent and stuff. You know what I mean? We just have fun, or what? Like I had those bricks at the house. I was able to make the trail. It's just having fun, and it's just the oddity. That's what's so fun about it.
Well, think about it. Where you put the original Tube Town, at one point in time, from what I understand, Jeremy was planning on putting bed and breakfasts there at one point in time.
Yeah.
Okay, and they were all for that. They were all for it. And now that Tube Town's there, oh no, he's just harassing us. How is Travis harassing them? He sits over there and does his videos and minds his own business. I don't remember you setting a stereo up by the side of the road, blaring music across the street. Now, you did retaliate, which I thought was absolutely glorious, with the big giant speakers playing Jeremy's videos. But
yeah,
it's like I said earlier, they're professional victims. Okay. They start the problem, and then they want to sit back when somebody says something to them and claim that, oh, it's poor me. Oh, piss on that.
Right.
It's that classic old thing that they used to say, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Well, if they keep their mouth shut to you, you won't say nothing back. That's how it works.
That's where it's like the point has been driven home so many times with me and what I do over there. I was in one time, I stopped filming and went because people pulled up and, you know, I don't know what it was, if it was who it was, but, you know, a lady with a clipboard and stuff, and they had to go up there and all that. And this was prior to the fence being up. But I deliberately took me and my camera and went back in the woods because I didn't want them to think I'm sitting there trying to film any of that or any of their issues or their problem. I never have. I've never done it. And I've been asking people forever, all the llamas, like, show me it, show me it, show me it. Where can you say it? Where can you say it? They send one little clip of me being sarcastic, saying, yeah, I was put here to harass them. You know what I mean? Like, they cannot show it at all. And now they'll say, oh, we harassed him yesterday because he called him a liar. Well, he called me a maggot. So I'm going to call him a liar. And then he wants to continue to talk to me. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to entertain the crap out of the world with it because they didn't say nothing for so long, or they kept saying, I didn't say nothing for so long, and they kept saying stuff. So now it's like, obviously.
Tubetown's been there for over a year now. Okay.
2 years. Just over 2 years.
Matter of fact, 2 years.
Yep.
And you've minded your own business for the longest time. And it's like they come out there and it's like they're trying to take a cattle prod and just get you started. Well, I agree with you, man. Run with it. Run with it. I would.
Well, it's not even that. It's like if they didn't stop talking, if they could do it tomorrow. You know, if they just wouldn't say nothing, I'm just, you know, it's like I'm not trying to bother you people. You know, that's the thing. I never have. But now at this point, like I said, you want to interact with me, then I'm gonna interact with you. I'm at that point.
I think one of the most disgusting things I've seen so far is the when you were throwing firecrackers, when you guys were lighting firecrackers off for super chats.
Right.
Dude, brother, do you realize how bad that could have went?
So after the fact, dude, yeah, I mean, I watched some videos of that, the swatting thing, and I was like, wow, that's pretty, yeah, that's definitely not good. You know what I mean? That could have been like serious, like a serious deal. There ain't no doubt about it. Like,
I mean, you were standing there filming. You were literally on the property. You were awake, okay? And it's obvious you didn't have a pew-pew. But just from my own experience, the neighbor that's right behind me, she called the police for her boyfriend sleeping. He was asleep. And she just said that he had pew-pews all in the bedroom, but he was asleep. They showed up with a SWAT team. I mean, had my whole neighborhood. That's why it aggravated me so bad when they did that, you know, because it could have turned out so much worse. You and that kid that was there, you guys were you could have been in a lot of danger. It's not something to play with.
Well, you know, I didn't really realize at the time. I'm so used to, honestly, Levy County come rolling up out there. You know what I mean? And there's so many times I don't film that, or I don't show, you know, like same thing they say on my cameras. I don't, you know, there's times I'll show some stuff from certain cameras, but I don't show nothing from my cameras. But and that's where, like, I think, in my honest opinion, the Road Sergeant Prine, I believe it's Prine, he's been caught out there so much. He was the one that came out there with the speakers. I think he knew, and that's probably why, you know, it wasn't like that. You know, because you can only imagine anytime, you know, the dispatch, they all know her, but the Lynette chick by first name. You know, say, hey, it's Lynette and Otter Creek. Everybody's like, oh my God, here we go again. You know what I mean? So luckily, I think he might have already filled in the other deputy. I've never seen that deputy before, but they kind of knew. Because, like, honestly, like I went back to my truck to grab them and show them. You know what I mean? Because so, but and everybody knows, you know, I'm always armed. I have, you know, and you're always armed, and you never more than walking distance from your rifle, if that makes any sense to people out there. It so does. You know, like, you know, that's the thing. Like, I didn't realize it, but luckily, again. And I know there's a lot of hate out there in Levy County Sheriff's Office. You know, I'll be honest with you. Everything I've been, you know, it's been okay. It hasn't been nothing wrong. But I don't deal with them like, you know, Jeremy has to deal with them and all this stuff that's going on. And not to take nothing away from that. It's just a fact of, back to this situation. I think that he was smart enough to know. And on top of that, gunshots in Otter Creek. That's all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
isn't there a rifle range? Isn't there a hunting club right down the street?
Yeah. It's right past Jeremy.
Don't they fire guns down there all the time?
Oh yeah. I mean, and that's where it's like, it's nothing. When you live out in the country, everybody knows, like, it's nothing to hear gunshots. It's not a big deal. Even here in the city limits, you hear somebody pop off. You know, you can't in the city limits. You can't, you know, shoot like target shoot. But literally on the other side of the hayfield right there. They could be shooting there all. They do on the weekends. They'll shoot over there. You know what I mean? And target practice all day long. But it's, you know, within hearing distance of the city. But you know, we all live in the country, and that's normal. I think it was just an attempt to try to, you know, harass me or get me in trouble for something I wasn't even doing. And luckily, I was live streaming, so therefore, you know, like it's all out there. You know, it's all on video.
Right. Well, the one thing that scared me the most is when you turned around to walk to the truck to get your firecrackers. I'm like, I'm cringing. I'm cringing because, you know, I don't live out in the country. I live in town, you know, and I only spent 20 years in the country a long time ago, but living down here where I live, I grew up mostly around this area, and man, just you walking to the truck could have went so bad.
Right.
You know, you're like you said, you're dealing with country sheriffs up there. Okay. These guys, they're a lot more laid back than like Polk County Grady Shudd, you know. I mean,
yeah, true. And the thing about it is they don't deal with as much of the violence and stuff that they deal with there as they do here. You know what I mean? You're literally, we have more cows in the county than we do people. So therefore the cops they're not so aggressive. We're down there, they're dealing with a lot more criminals. You have a lot bigger population. You got a lot more stuff to where they got to be a little bit more alert. And not that they aren't here, but it's definitely, you know, it's just a little bit more laid back. But not to say there aren't younger cops out there that won't do it. You know, I don't know for sure every incident goes on around here, but at the same time, for the most part, you either know the officer, you know somebody related to him, he knows somebody, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just, everybody kind of knows everybody. But yeah, the seriousness of it was definitely could have been very ill.
But yeah, it's I don't know. Those people, everybody complains about Jeremy filming when he drives by. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I've said this 100 times on this show. I would be the same way. I would film if I had somebody that's pulled a pew on 3 different occasions on people, I would film myself for my safety, because from what I've heard, if it's not on film, it didn't happen. Which I think that's the biggest load of crap that I've ever heard a cop say. For them to say something like that, that just makes me believe they don't want to do their job. Okay. You've got to have it on film or it didn't happen. That's crap. But then when you do have it on film, they still don't do anything.
Yeah. Well, it's the saddest part of this whole situation, and for all the drama llamas out there, it's like they do realize that if the dude went to jail for pulling a gun on a child and 2 individuals, that they end up he ultimately admitted it, if I'm not mistaken. They came and got the weapon, and then. Okay, one of the witnesses turned out to be a flake, the guy West, which they claimed was my cousin or something, which is so like the stories these people come up with are so bizarre. Like I said it before, that guy still owes me like $350. I loaned him to get home. You know what I mean? So he turned out to be a flake, but Patty, she's absolutely amazing human being, and she actually spent her own money, came down there, testified against. So she literally went there and said, "Hey, yes, this guy did this. Here's all the evidence. You guys already have him in jail. He's admitted it. You got the weapon." Like, what more do you need to go to court? Or was it just 40 days? You go to jail for 40 days if you pull a gun on somebody? I'm pretty sure right now, if I did that, I probably wouldn't be going to jail for just 40 days.
Well, there's some theories behind that. I mean, I've never seen anyone that gets locked up for 40 days. They've confessed to the crime. There's several eyewitnesses on top of that. They have the evidence, you know, which is the pews from the search warrant. And then they just say, "Oh, I'm sorry. You can just go live your life. You know, sorry for the inconvenience of 40 days." So that makes me wonder, was there
they make a deal?
That's where I'm going. Was there some kind of deal made? I mean, think about it. There's been a lot of people in Otter Creek arrested here since old Johnny Crook got out of jail. So could there have been a deal made? I don't know. Pure speculation there, but hey, maybe he's a snitch. Who knows?
Well, it kind of, if you think about it, kind of makes sense a lot. You know what I mean? Like you said, there's a conviction, or there's an admission, there's the weapon, there's the witness statement who spent their own money to come down to testify. I mean, everything's there. Everything is there. Why wouldn't it go in front of a judge? And then Patty have to come back down and maybe do the witness thing or whatever when it goes to trial, and then him get, you know, sentenced there. It's just, oh, no, time served after 40 days. We only get to talk to you about like, oh, what you did, or you shouldn't do that no more. Or did you work a deal like, hey man, if you just let me out, I'll start flipping on some people. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if it is or isn't, but it just doesn't seem very like
I got you.
normal to me. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you got everything.
I mean, he spends 40 days in jail and walks away with no criminal record whatsoever. It just, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say he's a snitch. I have no idea, you know, but it's just, it's odd that they would have a complete case handed to him, just handed to him with a confession, with witnesses and with evidence. And I mean, they didn't even have to bring the witnesses down here. Lynette was a witness. Lynette told them that he lied, that he pulled the pew-pew. Okay. They didn't even need Patty. They had his own paramour. Okay.
Right.
And why they just let him go? There's the question. Who knows? Who knows? I don't have any clue. But it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder when stuff like that's done. Because I mean, shit. If I pulled a pew-pew on somebody, they take me to jail down here, flat out. If I brandished a firearm on my neighbor, they would come and take me to jail. It wouldn't be no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right, exactly.
So, Mr. Travis, let's go back in time a little bit. I heard you was a moped driver for years and years and years, you know, running around the world, entertaining people. So did you retire from that from injury, or you just got too long in the tooth for it?
Well, kind of. I didn't really retire. In fact, I got exciting news today between 2 and 5, which I'll be coming out with that news here very soon. I basically ultimately, me from riding myself, I had a compound fracture, my right ankle, which ultimately it was about to be, they barely got together. I was going to have it amputated after surgery just because the fact it was so bad and the pain and everything. But that took me personally out of ride, and it's such a long injury to recover from. But then, so we kept carried on with the shows. I kept, you know, putting on shows. You know, I'd go, and that was my goal back then, was to be like, you know, to inspire kids to follow their dreams. That's what I wanted to do when I grew up. I wanted to be either a police officer, because I like helping people, or I wanted to be a dirt bike rider. You know, and so I went the dirt bike route, and then you know, I get to inspire kids. You know, at all my shows, I'd have like little speeches about, you know, hey, you know, I was that kid on the outside of the fence, and you know, if I got into it, I could tell you everything. You know, basically, you know, following your dreams, whether it be basketball, baseball, soccer player, or dirt bike rider. And then I make a little joke like, oh, well, most of your parents out there, after seeing that, don't want your kid to be a dirt bike rider because they see them, you know, 35 foot off the ground and upside down stuff. But you know, just like a little comical joke. But ultimately, you know, just inspiring kids. So then, you know, and I loved it, man. We go to foreign countries, and in foreign countries, you get, like, I call it the Michael Jackson treatment, because it's like, literally, you don't know what it's like until you have to like have security guards around you and holding you back from people just trying to run up and mob you and like touch you and stuff. It's like, it's entertaining, but it is a little scary at the same time. I got stories for days on that. But
so that's pretty much a young man's, you know, that extreme stuff like that, you know, because you weren't doing the races. You guys were doing the expos where they're doing the tricks and stuff, right?
Right. Yeah. So ultimately how that happened is I grew up racing. That's what I wanted to do, is be a professional racer, but we were poor. So like, you get to a certain level in racing where you have to have money to, you know, to have the bigger suspension, better suspension, bigger, you know, motors and stuff like that. So you can't stay competitive, you know what I mean? And ultimately, even to this day, you know, it's going to take you $5 million just to get to the, you know, to the pro ranks, you know, over the time. Cause these parents have so much money that they put into sport. It's ridiculous. And ultimately it's a whole other story. But so we got to that point, and then, that was about like 98, 99. And then so the guys out west started doing some tricks and stuff. And so I was like, all right, man, we started doing tricks. And then we developed a show. I started a team here on the East Coast, and we basically, me and a couple other riders were like, hey, let's just start doing tricks for these dirt bike tracks. And then got a ramp together and just kind of slowly built from there. And just kind of, the next thing you know, just word of mouth. And we were the pioneers on this side of the United States. And more so pioneers of like the shows. Like, so you got what you call free riders who basically make their money go out and just filming themselves riding in the hills and doing all kinds of crazy hits. You got competition riders which you guys would go out and compete for the money, and then you got show riders, which would be me. Basically, we put on a show. It starts off kind of low key, it builds up to a climax. You know what I mean? That's the whole idea of the show. You want to leave them on a thing versus kind of making it redundant. So, but then that's when we just started going around, and it just built from there. And then obviously it was like 23 years in, and that's when I got the injury. And I kept doing the shows, but not riding. But then the world got shut down. So I was still doing the shows, and then I was a VIP manager for Failed Entertainment for Monster Jam. So me and DeJoy both we basically hosted different type of VIP experience for Failed Entertainment at the events. Well, prior to that though, actually I was an announcer. I announced Monster Jam. So if you ever see some of the older Monster Jams, you'll hear me in there announcing. But then the whole world shut down, so all entertainment just died. You know what I mean? There was no more. Everything shut down because of the C word. So therefore, all my livelihood just went right out the door, from my shows to I actually hosted a music bingo night at a pub downtown, the VIP experience. So I'm like, okay, well now I got to get back to my roots, and that's just construction, handyman, whatever. I go out there, find jobs on Craigslist, find people, go ask them to yard mode, whatever. You just go hustle up money. And so
hence the manservant came to light.
Yeah, right. I couldn't resist that one yesterday. That was just too funny.
You did see the thumbnail, didn't you?
Which thumbnail?
Mine.
Oh, yours. Yeah, the man. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's funny. Like you'll see, I was on Shizzy's last night for just a few minutes, and I sent him a picture of part of today's video, and it's I was going to try to put it as a picture on here, but I couldn't figure it out. But it's funny. It's in correlation with his video, so you guys will see that today.
Now, what did you think about his music video he put out the other day with hilarious. You and John?
No, that's what I'm saying. The picture I sent him has something it's related to that.
How many hours did Shizzy have to wade through your content to find those photos? Because some of the expressions on your face, man, were just absolutely golden. It was hilarious.
It was,
and the way he timed it with the other photos was just it was unreal.
Listen to it. It was quite entertaining, and then the images that pop up. I'm just, oh my god, it was so funny. Like with him, the avatars of him or whatever the characters, I guess, because not actually a picture of him, but
the character with the short shorts, with the really in front of the tent. The one where the one that he plays at the beginning, that one was hilarious, where he's got the boom box by his ear and he's got the girl Dukes on, the Daisy Dukes.
Yeah. Did you notice he's standing in front of a tent? If I'm not mistaken, I think he's standing in front of a tent too.
Yep.
Which is even funnier.
But
shout
hey,
out to that one for sure.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I had been in his chat earlier, but I had to go and take care of some stuff. So when I came back, I had missed it when he first played it. So when I came back, he said, "Oh, Mr. Coop's here." Oh no! So he played it again, just for me. And I mean, I loved it. It was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
He's on a kick with these songs here lately. I guess he's taking transcripts is what he's doing, and he's turning them into music. What better form of entertainment to just find humor in the drama that's going on? I mean, I know that you like to have your humorous stuff, outside of this realm, but I know dealing with all of this stuff, him being, like Shizzy, he's not involved in it, but he's finding the humor in it. They might not like it, but I mean, I think it's funny.
Well, but again, it's the same thing they do. They want to sit there and pick on us and laugh at us, but it's like, it's just so like elementary in a sense, I guess. Like, again, do as I say, not as I do type deal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's hypocritical is what it is.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, you look at it like this. I'm not a nasty person. I don't sit here and just rail on these people, calling them every name under the sun. I talk about the stupid stuff that they talk about, but at the end of the day, I don't care one way or another what they do. But when they sit there and say, "Oh, you guys are hurting us and you guys are going to be sued because you're doing this and you're doing that," what is any different than what we're talking about as opposed to what they're talking about? They talk about the same stuff in reverse. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not threatening to call the police. I'm not threatening to sue people. I don't care what people say about me.
Right.
If you don't like what I say, change the channel. It's that simple.
And it's so much easier nowadays. You ain't gonna go to the TV and turn it anymore. Remember when you were kids, you had to go up there.
Yeah.
You know, now you just push a button.
But yeah, it's pretty fun, man. I like watching your stuff. It's hilarious. Ever since you started your channel, I've been watching. I never commented a whole lot because I'm not a real big commenter. I watch more than I comment. But yeah, what caught me, and I think JK made it for you, if I'm not mistaken, is your intro where you're sitting there in the swing, and then you're got your feet in the water. That caught me right there. That whole intro is what hooked me on your channel, because I knew this was going to be a fun place, you know, to come and hang out and watch. And it's the silly stuff like that just keeps me watching.
That's all. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, I do shout out to JK Films. Like he captured that, and he actually he made a new one. Well, not new one, but he added me jumping at the motorcycle at the beginning, which is perfect because it fits the whole. It just ties the whole thing in. So, and I get so many people compliments all the time, and my videos probably wouldn't be as good as they are, in my opinion, if it wasn't for that intro. And like, I owe it all to him. Like he did a stellar job making it. So. And the exit, you know, he makes all kinds of stuff for me.
Yeah, he's made some funny stuff. You know, he took Jay and he took me and put us together and made a birthday song, and it's got mine and Jay's voice in it, and he makes stuff all the time. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So, if you following that dude, definitely go check him out.
Right. So you did the handyman stuff, right? And I'm assuming you did that for a few years.
Yeah. So obviously, you know, everything was shut down, and then actually, honestly, that was the best therapy for my ankle. Like, you know, because I did a lot of metal roofing, so therefore up and down ladders, you know, tool belts, everything. So like, I didn't do no therapy after my injury. You know what I mean? It's just you don't have the money for all that stuff, and so the therapy is basically what you do yourself. And honestly, that gave it a lot of mobility. And then next thing you know, my daughter talks about Jeremy. You know, this YouTuber moved in there to Otter Creek. They bought the ranch from my in-laws, and so then that's when she told me about. I was like, well, what's the YouTuber's channel's name? I'll check it out. You know what I mean? I had no idea about Jeremy or WhatTheHales or anything like that. So then I went on there and watched.
At that point in time, did you watch YouTube for a hobby?
No,
or
I had
you just really didn't have anything to do with YouTube.
Nothing to do with YouTube. I didn't go on YouTube. I had Instagram, and that was it. You know what I mean? I didn't ever look at it like I could generate money from it. You know what I mean? Right. So then one day I'm at Walmart. I'm in there getting something. And so basically, I went to the channel and I started watching the storage treasure, the treasure hunt. You know, and that's what turned me on to watching Jeremy's channel. I was like, oh, this is fun. You know what I mean? And he's a big goofball like me, and he keeps you leading. He keeps leading you on. You know what I mean? And it's just fun. You know what I mean? I really enjoy it. And so and then one day Chelsea said he was looking for somebody to help, and obviously he just moved down here, didn't know anybody. I think I'm not sure how it got out there. Maybe he told them or something. So I ended up emailing him and saying, hey, you know, I live here. I'm, you know, Chelsea's father, blah blah blah. You know, if you need help, I do handyman stuff. So then one day I was in Walmart. I'm walking, and then just like anybody else who usually sees Jeremy, or now me, it's funny. I look up and there's Jeremy. He's there. Download his video, because that's the best place at the time. That was the best place to download videos. I was like, what the hell's? And then of course he looks up, you know what I mean? And I introduced myself, and I told him who I was, and you know that I emailed about coming to help him there at the ranch because he needs some stuff built, some cabinets or shelves built. So that's when he emailed me back, and then got in touch with him, and then that's when I went out there and he hired me for the week. Basically, I went out there and I actually had a bunch of extra lumber I sold him too, because of the fact of I had excessive amount of lumber from doing the metal roofs. The jobs left over, I had all kinds of material, but I had all kinds of, you know, metal sheets. Like I could roof the whole house, but I wasn't gonna let it go to waste because I know I'm a construction guy, so you know, like that's good material. So we ended up using pretty much all the material that I had. He bought that from me, and that worked for that first week. And during that week, we become friends. And then I was in one of the videos. I remember when he set up the hog pen. He came over. We were talking about bears or something. I forget exactly, but and then he's like, you should start a YouTube channel, man. So then before the week was up, he told me that probably like day 2 or day 3 in maybe. So then whenever, you know, I go home, I'm thinking to myself, like, well, what am I going to do a YouTube channel about? Like, I don't know. Like, he does treasure hunting, you know, and storage and stuff. Like, I'm like, well, I guess I can just do a channel on whatever I'm doing. So I just said, that's what I come up with. What you doing, Willis? Like, well, what you doing? And so, and that really stemmed from Julia. Always, you know, she text me like, oh, what you doing? Like, I'll be out on the road or something. She'll just text me where I'm at or what I'm doing. I get so focused, and I don't know what it is. But not focused, but like just zoned out where everything goes, when I'm on the road, everything just goes aside other than the mission to get to the show. And so a lot of times I don't call her or nothing until I get there, get settled in, and she'll just text me, what you doing? So basically that's where that came up. And then I just started kind of just filming every day what I was doing. I started goofing off with him. And then just kind of like, I went for just about the maximum, one whole year. Like I told myself, I committed. I was like, dude, like, you know, I talked to him a little bit and he told me a little bit, you know, like, man, he shows me my phone. He showed me his phone. He's like, dude, this is a multi-million-dollar tool. I'm like, and I'm thinking about it. I'm starting talking to a guy, a multi-millionaire who makes YouTube videos, and he's a goofball like me. I'm like, man, all right. So then I dug in and I said, I'm going to do it. At first, for the first year, I just did it just to make videos, have fun. You know, I mean, he's out doing construction, whatever I was doing. And then I ended up getting pretty close. I was like, man, starting to generate some revenue and starting to do decent. And then I'm like, you know what, babe, I think I can do this. I'm just gonna go all in. So I spent all my savings. I was like, I'm just going to go 100% videos all this month and let's just do it. And then so we used our savings so I could just make videos every day, you know, to pay the bills for the next month. And then, you know, just kind of built from there, started generating revenue, and then more revenue. And then that's where it's like, hey, I can pay the bills. And then next thing you're like, whoa, I can't pay the bills. Then, you know, so it's just like a feast and famine type deal. But you get to the point now, you get a lot of great supporters and out there. And the biggest goal for me is like getting back to what I really want to do, traveling the world, inspiring kids to follow their dreams. Now I can inspire like people of all ages, all races, all religions through my YouTube channel. And by just trying to change the world one small at a time. Like I say, no matter, I don't care what race, what religion, you know, what political party you're part of, we're all human beings. We all bleed red. Prove me otherwise. You know what I mean? So, and having a platform where I can actually, you know, inspire other people. I mean, I get so many awesome emails that like really, you know, sometimes it'll bring me to tears because it's like, man, I'm impacting people that much. That's heartwarming, you know, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Matter of fact, I've learned some stuff from you because back when I was doing uploads, you know, it was a lot of editing. You know how that goes. But I always when live streaming first came out on YouTube, I didn't partake in it, okay, because it was brand new. And matter of fact, like you said, when the world shut down my channel, I just shut my channel down. Because I had some things happen with my social media stuff that took a real big hit on the way I conducted my business on YouTube. Facebook took my whole page, my business page. I mean, I had over 10,000 people. If anything I made in my shop, it sold within a few hours of posting it on there.
Right.
They took that away from me. So I just lost heart and I shut my channel down for like 4 years, 5 years. But when I came back, I wanted to do the streaming part of it because I wanted to be able to interact with the people in the chat, you know, the people that actually subscribe to the channel. And this right here, as a matter of fact, you probably recognize this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've got not one, but two. I went out on my kayak year before last, and I had the receiver to one of those, and I flipped and lost the receiver, so I had to buy another set of it. But anyway, yeah, you inspired me to do that, to where if I want to use my phone to film, I can be away from it.
Right. Well, man, that's what Jeremy told me. I asked him because I'm not really a computer guy, and he does that. You do everything. Everything's done on my phone. There's a few things I got to do in the settings when I upload a video on the computer, but it's a free app. I mean, I don't want to say I'm so cheap, but I am. You know, I mean, I guess I am that cheap. But like the app I use free. I don't even pay the $49.99 for the year to take their logo off the bottom. I just leave it there. You know what I mean? It's just everything's on my phone. All the editing, all the downloading, uploading. Other than a few clicks I got to do in my YouTube studio. It was just I try to keep it simple. You know what I mean? I got like one program I use for the thumbnails and. But the speaker thing, that's where in the beginning, I lost a lot of viewers because they're like, man, we can't hear what you're saying. So I'm talking to the camera, I'm good, but I'll squirrel out and go walking off over there talking like you guys can hear me. And then, you know, they don't know what you're saying. So, you know, people loved it, but they lost interest. And I don't know, I had a few people send me some microphones and they worked good, but they're, you know, I'd say the lower ones, maybe like 19 to $40, maybe, I don't know. And then somebody sent me that one, that Joby, and I don't know who it was, but man, that was the best thing they ever could have done. And forgive me if I do, but I don't know who it was. But man, that thing was a game changer for me, and it made my videos more funner because I could run around that. I can still talk to you guys running around the woods over there on the backside of the woods.
Right. That's the reason I got it, is because, you know, I plan on doing some more, you know, like fishing videos and stuff where I'm not going to be right up on the camera. And that way it gives my voice, I can be out there away from it. But yeah, man, I looked for this thing when I saw you were using it. And the cheapest I found it was like almost $200. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
But I found it on Amazon for $32.
Nice.
So
dude, that thing takes a beating.
Off of here, I'm going to send you the link to that. So if you need to buy another one, get it for 30, and they're brand new. They're not repurposed. They're not reconditioned. They are brand new. I'll send you the link. So if you have to upgrade, $32 is a lot better than 200 and something.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, it's funny because in today's video, which was yesterday, right when I got the blessing box, because I had to tow the blessing box, I towed it down to Tube Town with 2 flat tires. So that was an entertaining ride. But from when I pulled off the Tube Town till I got down to Tube Town, I distanced up there, it went out. And sometimes, like, you'll have to get the there's a little adapter that goes from your mini USB to the 1/4 inch. Right. And sometimes that, I think, will go bad, so therefore it, you know, the wires in there from all mine just always just bounce around and stuff. Right. So I have to do, but it works out fun because then you get to do the narrations. You know what I mean? I get to come up with whatever I come up with doing the narrations. But dude, that thing is a stellar microphone. Like, I'm so thankful. And on top of that, like you said, I saw how much it was, and somebody sent that. Somebody sent that to me, you know, as a gift, and I was like, because I'm not gonna spend. I don't have $200 to go spend on that thing. Again, I'm just trying to make it every week, just so I can make videos that entertain people, you know, and just grow my channel like that.
Now, are you set up like Jeremy? I mean, I know Jeremy runs with 2 phones, one that he does nothing but filming with, and he's got his other phone that he uses for business. So are you just running off of 1 phone, or are you running off of 2?
No, so like if my videos are down for a couple of days, it's because I broke or lost my phone. So no, everything's just, I mean, again, it's just 1 phone and that's it. But I mean, that'd be nice to do that, but at the same time, you know, then I have to carry 2 phones. And then I'd be more worried about breaking 2 phones. And like, well, if I break 1 phone, I could buy another phone. But the biggest thing is like, and now I think I could like jump on like the computer and like live stream from that and be like, hey, I can like check in or whatever, you know what I mean? But because I always live stream from my phone. I do everything from my phone. I did use live stream from the camera or from the computer, but I had a really nice camera when a viewer sent me. But then that camera started like messing up halfway through the lives. It started like glitching out, so I just stopped using it.
So do you now I've done lost train of thought. oh, that's where I was going. You don't use a third-party platform. You just, when you live stream, you're live streaming straight through YouTube, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I just go on YouTube, set it all up that way, and then it go live.
I think Mama Coop and I were at the beach last summer sometime, and that's the first time I'd ever used actual YouTube to live stream it. Man, I was having so many nightmare problems trying to get it landscape from portrait to landscape and trying to figure out how to get it to do it. And I'm like,
yeah. So that's the one thing that sometimes I'll forget, and it stinks because a lot of people don't like watching it on portrait. But at the beginning, when you're setting up, there's a orientation button you got to hit, and you got to turn to horizontal. Now, if you do that, but you don't have your automatic setting on your phone where it automatically does it, if you don't have that turned on, it won't work. And so therefore, yeah, that's the biggest pet peeve for me was when I started it, and I'm like, oh man, and then you don't want to restart it because you already got it out there and everybody's already on, starting to jump in. But yeah, that's the biggest thing is if you don't do it at the beginning of the stream, you can't do it during the stream, which is the stupidest thing ever.
See, my phone, I use the Samsung. You know, I've had Samsungs as long as I can remember. And used to, it had the automatic turn thing. When you turned your phone, it would turn. Now it doesn't. What it does is when you turn your phone, a little phone will come up in the corner and you have to push it for it to stay like that, or for it to flip. And that's so aggravating because it used to do it by itself. Now you have to turn your phone and you'll see that little phone turn, and then you have to hit it to get it to go landscape or horizontal.
Right.
But anyway, I stream from the house. So, you know, I like my third-party platforms. Like, say, for instance, I can pull comments on the screen. Okay. And like this right here, you got Dangerous Ways. Travis talks so easily to everyone. You know, I like that ability. And when you're out and about, you don't really have that opportunity. But yeah,
Right.
anyway.
So, you know, it's funny. Like I kind of figured that out yesterday, and I guess in my own little redneckish way, because I always wondered, like, how do you guys keep putting comments up? So I just started pinning comments, and then I'd unpin it and then pin another, and then I'd unpin it and pin another, because Jeremy was on there saying some funny stuff. Because I was like, I guess that's the only way I can do it. You know what I mean? Just pin it and then unpin it and pin it. That's the only way, you know, other than just like reading it in there. And I apologize. I usually try to watch it, chat, and like talk a little bit in the chat, but I can't. It's hard to see the chat.
Oh, boy, on your phone. Oh, yeah. I mean, if I go onto Restream, like I was having problems with my computer for a while, and it would just shut off right in the middle of a stream. Well, it's still going. The stream is still running on Restream, but my computer would be shut down, and I would have to get on my phone. And when you get on your phone, well, you're on your phone now. You see how small everything is.
Yeah.
You can only see like one comment at a time, and I'm like, nah, this sucks. But anyway. So you started your filming debut, you know, started your YouTube channel.
Yeah, that was it, man. So, you know, shout out to Jeremy. Got to blame him. He gave me a shout out in one of the videos, and it was funny because it was about the in-laws and the whole finger situation. And I was over there, and you know, he had carted out, but one day it's funny because he did a shot like my my feet getting out the truck, and he was like, the in-laws, I think is what he introduced it as. But he talked about you know, gave me a shout out, said, hey, everybody go follow, you know, What to Do in Willis or whatever. He put it in the screen or something, and that really, I ended up getting like probably, I had like 33 subscribers when I started it, and then, you know, me and him, I started going out there and hanging out with him doing some filming. And then he gave me that plug, and I got up like maybe, I don't know, a couple hundred. Definitely got a couple hundred in there. And then basically it took the full year to get up to the 4,000. I think it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Yep.
And then to get monetized. And I remember that. I remember when I finally got monetized. I was so pumped. And then that's one thing about it. People don't understand. Like when you get monetized, that's when the work really starts. You know. I mean, obviously the super chat stuff, that's always awesome. But like for me anyway, for me to put the amount of time and effort into making a video, you got to constantly do it. Otherwise, you'll see your revenue just drop. You know what I mean? I miss a video on the day, and it's like it's a struggle. So, but you got to do it. So don't ever get discouraged if you're making content and you're like, man. So I remember for a while there, I was like, I want to stay motivated because I'm like, man, I made $33 this month. I was like, you know what? I paid the water bill. I'm paying a bill of YouTube. You know what I mean? I was like, that's the way I looked at it. I just kept going with it, and then you know, just grow and just, you know, grow and go, you know, is what you do. And yeah, and then obviously hanging out with Jeremy, you know, and doing goofy stuff with him, obviously get a lot of, you know, his viewers to come over because we're both just, you know, goofballs, and we got the infamous lifetime game of tag going on right now. It's just fun. It's so fun and goofy, but it's like we have fun doing it, goofing off, and just, you know, and all the viewers seem like it. Like so many people tell me that they just have so much fun with it, and that's what's so awesome. We can bring all that joy to the people out there that are, you know, in the world watching. And I'm hoping we're bringing some joy to some drama llamas that want to not, you know, kind of be the former anti what the hells, as they call them. You know what I mean? Because there's some out there that have, you know, kind of seen the truth essentially. But, you know, then there's some that will probably just stay stuck in their ways and won't do it. But, you know, hopefully we can bring laughter to a lot of people.
Yeah, Tickles is wound up. Mama's home. So until Mama gets in here, she's going to be, yeah, okay, Mama's here now. So she's got the baby bird.
Now, how long
sorry about that. Huh?
No, that's all good. How long do they live?
Who? My parents?
Those birds. Yeah.
Tickles is about, oh shit. Last I checked, they're about 25, maybe 30 years.
That's not
they have a pretty good long lifespan.
Right.
Blue, which is not flying at the moment, he's a different breed. He's a Quaker. They're about the same, both of them. They're miniature parrots. Well, you saw him in just a few minutes.
Right. Her. No, that's so wild about their lifespan, man. They're so like when you commit, you better commit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
they're there.
We treat them just like our kids. I mean, they're part of the family. And I'll tell you right now, both of them have their own character. That they have their own personality. Blue, he's a little protective little shit. He's that's his girlfriend. You know, being they're two different species, they can't actually mate, but they try all the time. But They're fun to watch. They bring a lot of joy to the house.
That's awesome. We had a bird when I was a kid, just one of those cockatiels or whatever you get from like the flea market. But at one point in time, it got out the cage and flew away. So I don't know. I don't know where it's at. But I don't think they live that long, do they?
Who that? Cockatiels?
The little cockatiels? How do they live? I don't know, but
I don't know. I've had a couple of them in the past, but I don't know how long their lifespan is. I do know it's a long time because my grandparents had one from the time I was a little kid all the way up until I was an adult.
Oh, really?
And as far as I know, when my grandfather passed away, that bird lived for a long time. My grandmother took care of him. I think he finally passed away, but they had that bird before I was born. And I was born in the 60s, late 60s, and they had that bird all the way, she had the bird all the way into the early 2000s, I think. So that bird lived a long time. And he was the typical gray one with the yellow head, and the little thing that sticks up, the one that everybody sees. She had that bird for a long time. But that was my grandfather's favorite pet. Because he would sit there on my grandfather's shoulder and he would talk to him, and he had him where he would actually sing Yankee Doodle. He would whistle it. It was fun. Anyway,
they're smart, man. They're really smart.
Oh yeah. These two, they talk a little bit, but not that often. We haven't trained them to talk, so they've just picked up things here and there. Like Tickles will say, "Hey Skittles," because we used to have one named Skittles, and he'll say, "Hey Skittles." But anyway. So you're moving along with your YouTube channel, right? Mm-hmm. And you're liking it so far, or?
Oh yeah, well, once I committed, I'm like, I'm all in. I'm going all in just because of the fact of like I want to do this. And then when I saw the different emails I get and different comments I get, I really see the impacts going. That's why I enjoy it so much. But they're like, what was it? It'd be this month's, because you're a month ahead, right? So last month it didn't do so well. You know what I mean? So it's you basically got to cut into your savings to kind of cover the shell for the month. But obviously this month with the knucklehead across the street, it's probably going to be my best month in 6 months.
Right? You know what I mean? Well, if they're going to put themselves in the story, you might as well monetize off of it. It's your life. It's your livelihood. It's your job. You get up every morning. You're trying to make content from YouTube. You're not necessarily wanting them involved in it, but since they're going to be involved in it, okay, hats off. Let's have fun with it.
Yeah, and that's where I think I've not to get back on a topic, but just like I think I've proven myself enough to where the majority of everybody knows that the llamas are going to say they're going to say, and haters hate on what they hate on. It doesn't really bother me, but I think I've done enough proof, and it's all recorded in all my actions that anybody with any kind of common sense is going to see the truth. That's why I appreciate the former anti WhatTheHales people that are starting to little by little starting to come over. And that's what I said before, there's probably some of them in there that are so embedded, but they really know they want to not believe all the lies, but they're just, their egos keep them from coming back. And like I mentioned in my live the other day, I was like, just do it. If you're one of those people who are just, that you see the truth, that it's okay. Cause you're not going to get hated on. You're not going to get, people like, oh, well, you said this and you said that. You know what? No, thank you for finally seeing the truth and all these lies that people are spreading about me. And and then the ones that you're not going to be able to change, they're going to continue to say and do what they're going to do. But there have been several that have done that, and that's what's cool to see is the fact of people are starting to see the truth, because I've proven it in my videos just over and over and over and over again. But now, you want to talk to me? You want to call me, names? I'm going to call you names back, and we can have this little argument, tip tap back and forth over the fence. Like literally, like I'm literally today. You'll see. I'm probably gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the video. Though. I'm probably gonna, not to disappoint everybody, but I'll probably just leave a little bit left for tomorrow. That way, just to kind of continue it over, just so people can have fun with it. But
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
It was so funny because he's on. Because I don't want to give it all away yet, but he's on the other side of the fence, just hollering. What was it? Pied Piper's little boy, and this back and forth. I'm like, dude, this is entertaining me. I'm just going back and forth with him. You know what I mean? I'm just filming. I'm like, look, the Great Wall of Otter Creek is talking. Because he's behind, and he's sitting there just blabbing. So, but yeah, that's like, I'm just gonna, you want to have conversations, I'll have conversations, and we'll just, you kind of prove yourself again, F you, maggot, you know what I mean? And you can hear it, you know what I mean? He obviously he's on the other side of the fence. And I didn't have my speaker wasn't on. That's where, like, I'm glad I didn't plug it in because it wasn't working at the point in time. So I would have had none of the audio. But so I just like unplug the speaker and let it get like off the phone, like it's doing now, like I talk on my hand. But so you have to listen in, but you can hear them. And it's like I said, it's not, for the people who think, oh, it's getting under skin. By no means. It's actually more entertaining. And like I told you before, it's probably years back. I was like, you guys, by interacting, are just helping my channel grow. Helping with more views. So you'd think if they didn't want to support or help me, they would just stay to themselves. But
well, you got to realize the minute you upload your very first video on YouTube, you've already guaranteed you're going to have haters. Because not everybody is going to have 100% of satisfied fans. You're going to have haters. It's just part of it.
And so, yeah, dude, and that's where, for me, I've experienced it my entire life being in the entertainment industry. You know what I mean? You get people out there that that are hating because you're being successful at something, and so therefore it's like, I'm pretty. Like I just laugh at people and their ignorance. You know what I mean? If you're unhappy and you're upset, well then try to find something that makes you happy and feel good, and go do that, and stop bothering or watching me or whoever or whatever's hurting you.
See, like, I want nothing but the very beginning. In the very beginning, when I came on to YouTube, I didn't have mentors back then. I just started making videos, and I started making friends too. And in the beginning, I took everything personal. If I saw a dislike, it was personal. What did I do that they didn't like, And I had a friend of mine pull me aside one day, and we were talking on the phone, and he said, look, you're going to have encounters with all walks of life if you're on YouTube and you're filming yourself. And you've got to ignore it. If you let it bother you, you're going to end up burning yourself out. And I listened to everything he had to say, and I got to the point to where I don't give a shit. You don't like what I do? Don't watch. It's that simple. You've got people ragging on me 24/7 every time they're online. And do I care? No. Are they affecting what I'm doing? No. We have 444 people sitting in here right now. Just a few minutes ago, we had 460 something. Do I care what these chuckleheads on the outside say? No, I don't. I care about the people that are in my chat. Okay.
Right.
They come here every day to talk and see what I have to say. They don't like it. Oh, well, but yeah, don't let it burn you out. And that's what I like about how you're trying to get the kids in the neighborhood involved. The only thing is teach them not to take things personal. Because if they do, absolutely. If they do, they'll let it run themselves off of YouTube. I mean, just keep doing what they do and what they love to do, and
well, that's like with Clayton. I told him same thing. Try stay away from that, man. Just do you, have fun with it. You know what I mean? And that's just basically it. Because the minute you start doing stuff to where it's not fun, then it's like I've always been a person, like, if it's not fun, I'm not going to do it. I might be up there roofing a 12-12 in the middle of Florida, August, summer with my buddies, but I'm having fun. You know what I mean? If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it. I'd go do something else. So it's like same thing watching the YouTube channels. Like if you don't like it, don't watch it. Like it just makes no sense. It's like, but if you got haters, you're doing something right. So that's right. That's in game there.
Yep. If you've got people hating on you, you must be doing it the right way. But yeah, it can get, any new creators out there, take it with a grain of salt. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be loved by everybody. So just don't take it personal. I don't. Yeah. I could care less. You want to be mad at me? You want to talk shit about me? Go ahead. I don't care. Yeah. I'm here to do what I enjoy,
Right.
So you're actually at a stage now to where this is full-time job for you now, huh?
Yeah. It's been full-time for me for a bit now. It's just, when it's full-time for me, like like when the track, see, when I hurt my channel is when the track gets involved. You know what I mean? I do the track because I love it as well, and I can make videos out there. But people love TubeTown. You know, I can't help it. That's just what it is. So people love the TubeTown videos more. They love the track videos. But the track videos I try to do when I'm out there. You know, like I'll be out there probably next week, starting to get stuff, the podium ready and get the track ready. We have a qualifier coming up. But when the big race comes on, and I pretty much take away from the whole month of November because I'm there. Which I got to change up this year because I basically got to restart my whole channel over again. Like I'll get knocked down to where it's like, man, you're not making enough money, dude. You need to start thinking about what you're doing here. But then, you know, you get back into TubeTown and goofing off and having fun. And therefore it's like, so it's been full time for a bit now. Probably, I don't know how long actually. But I just do other jobs, just help EMEET because I like doing, you know, I like working. Like somebody needs help, I'll go help them. If I make a few $100, I make a few $100. If I don't, I don't. But the track, you know, I get paid very well out there, so therefore that makes up for me not making my YouTube videos. But then I just killed my whole entire momentum, and I've done it 2 years in a row now, and I got to like basically start all over again with like the nervousness of, are you going to be able to get it back and get enough revenue to keep going? Because you know the one thing I don't want to go back to do, because like a lot of people out there, you know, I was fortunate to have a credit card, but you know, had to live on a credit card. You know, you basically you're robbing Peter to pay Paul every month, and you're going in debt even more because you're using a credit card and you get interest and so forth, so on. And I finally got to the point where, you know, I don't, you know, I have a credit card and I'm able to pay it off. I use my credit card and I pay it off each month. You know, so therefore I'm not living on a credit card. I use my credit card, but you know, you're not having to pay the bills with the credit card.
Right.
And that's where I don't want to have to get back to, you know, like, man, you got to go out and you got to just neglect all this because I get the enjoyment out of the comments, you know, the people that get the satisfaction of my videos. And I apologize for some of the ones that are like, probably like, Travis, don't talk about this, don't talk about that. But it's like, I need to talk about it at this point in time. And I don't think I'm disappointing them too much, but I think a lot of people are seeing like I said earlier, I've proven my point, but now if these guys want to talk to me, I'll talk back, and it helps me get to that next level of YouTube. Well, then, you know, then I'll continue to conversate. You know what I mean? And continue to grow my channel. Because if I had like, for example, if I did double what I was doing now as far as subscribers and views, like it'd be like I'd be happy. You know what I mean? I could rest every month without, okay, I can take a day off. You know what I mean? Because I can't take a day off. I have to make a video every day or live stream. You know what I mean?
Right.
And sometimes I'll do the live streams and not do a video. But that will hurt me because a lot of times the live streams might generate $20 off of, $30 in ad revenue, and a lot of times I don't get a lot of super chats. So you know you'll end with 99 cents or $4.99. And there are times where next thing you know I will get, you know, say like 150 altogether super chats. But ultimately the videos and ad revenue from that pays more than the live streams if people aren't. Again, and I never ask people, like none of us do. We're all good. We're not asking people want to show their support by supporting us, whatever way, shape, or form, just by watching the videos. All I ever ask, but. It's funny because I had a viewer the other day said something about, somebody mentioned like, oh, they wish they could support and wish they could, you know, buy membership. But somebody made a very interesting statement, and I think I said it in my video or live that they said, hey, if you want to help out even more, you know, just let an ad play once in a while. You know what I mean? Because you know you'll get, you know, more of that ad played, even though you can't contribute. And I don't mind, just skip the ads. You know, if that's what Jeremy told me from the get-go. He's like, don't let the ads ruin your viewing experience. And so therefore, sometimes I'll let it go for 10, 50 seconds and then click it. But you know, that's a way to help the channel. Just like at night, you put it on the reruns and let the ads go and it plays, so that you're not directly able to send money, but you're helping with ad revenue for that creator in a sense of watching the videos.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do that. They'll take one of their favorite creators, they'll make a playlist, and then at night when they go to bed, they'll just hit play and just let it play the whole playlist, and it helps the creators. A lot of people do that. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's just helping the people that you want to help. But yeah, man, I enjoy watching your stuff over there. Did you ever stop to think about maybe making a third channel for just your track stuff?
No, just because I mean, I have one actually, but I don't have no subscribers. I never really pushed it. It's funny because I got two other YouTube channels out there that what some people found is funny, because I got a bullfights and dirt bikes video on there, but like honestly, like I slowed down on having to do mayor videos just because of the fact of trying to get a video done, especially being, you know, like today I'm a day ahead, but that means after I get done my video editing today, I need to go make a video today for tomorrow. If not, I'll be making it tomorrow. So that's why I kind of slacked off on the mayor's channel, because to try to meet those deadlines, it was becoming a lot more, you know, to try and keep up. So like starting a third channel definitely just overwhelmed me. And that's actually why I started doing lives with the mayor, just to try and get more watch hours. But then I'm like, okay, if I do an hour live every day, it gets the watch hours, but it's looking at the statistics, it's not getting me, the revenue for the time. I should go back to just making a 130-minute video a week. It's just all just trial and error, figuring out and learning, as you go.
Oh, it's all trial and error, but there are a lot of successful channels out there that you can take the way that they do it to grow. I'll tell you now, Jeremy has got the perfect business model. I mean, he uploads every day at the same time, and then he does his live on Sunday. Okay. People know at 5:30, he's going to drop a video. People know at 8 o'clock on Sunday evening, he's going to be live. And they get used to that and accustomed to that. So they know where they're going to be at those times. And there's, go ahead.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I remember Jeremy gave me those pointers when I started. He's like, hey, and I didn't know Jeremy posted videos every day. I'm still kind of like ignorant to a lot of YouTube stuff, but so what do? I same thing. I post every day at 6:30. My lives on Saturday at 12 or Tuesdays at 6:30. But when I first started, I was like, hey, Jeremy, I think I was only posting one video a week. And I was like, what do you think about 5:30? And it sounds good to me. But I didn't realize that, at the same time his video comes out, and not understanding the fact of people, how it all works. So that's what I was like, oh, wait a minute. Now, after about a week or two, I was like, oh, I'm going to change it to 6:30 because yours comes out 5:30. I'm watching yours at the same time mine's on. You learn. But like you said, you be consistent. Like you, for example, every day at 11 o'clock, you're going to be on. It's just like that. And that for me, that hurts my spontaneous mayor lives, if you will, just because of the fact of they're just more spontaneous. You have to have the notification on and be lucky enough to get the notification through YouTube. But you try to stay that same thing every day, so people know every time they come back. And that's what I told Clayton. That's what I tell anybody starting a channel. Pick a time, pick a day, and be consistent. Any successful person, and no matter what it is they're successful at, they'll tell you the main key is be consistent.
Right. Because I mean, you take the community that we're in right now that's been built. There's quite a few of us. So time slots are hard to find anymore, because a lot of your subscribers are subscribed to me. A lot of mine are subscribed to you. Same with Jeremy and Tug and Megan, everybody. I picked my time slot in the morning where I knew nobody was ever, the time slot I picked, I knew nobody was streaming at that point in time. But now there's more people that's came into the fold. Now it's people are trying to find their slots, and it's kind of where you don't want to take away from your friend, but yet you've got to find somewhere you can record to where everybody's equal. I know
that's what I've noticed. It's I've always tried to not overlap anybody or have my videos, just because I'm never trying, I'm always, the one thing about it, there's an abundance out there, everybody needs to understand that. But just because of the fact of, like you said, it was a lot smaller community at the time. It was Madam Mayor. You had, Rob with Second Sense, you had Conky, you know what I mean? So therefore I tried to make it where I didn't overlap them. Once I kind of started understanding how it went. But like I said, there's so many new channels out there now that, like I said, I call it the Hell's Nation, if you will, that, yeah, you're right. There's, but the one thing about it, it's almost like you can pretty much jump on the internet just about any time and then find something that's going on. It's going to entertain you.
That's the good thing about, uploads. Okay. Uploads, anybody can come back during an upload because it's not a live feed. It's just an uploaded video and you can watch it at any time. But when it comes to a live stream, people are attracted to the live streams because they can interact in the chat live. And that's where your timing comes in of finding your own slot where you know that nobody's going to be streaming over you and you're not going to be streaming over anybody else. Once you find your time slot, man, you hitch your wagon to it and stay with it. I know Venom, she's been kicking out here some good stuff. She's trying to set a schedule where she's going to be going live on Thursdays and Fridays at 1 o'clock. So that means I can send my people to somebody, because usually I've been down here for over a year in this time slot. And when I started all this, or, a long time ago, there was nobody in around my time slot. So I've never had anybody I could send people to. Rosalind, every once in a while, she would hit around the 1 o'clock time and I could send people to her. But Rosalind, I'd like to see her get herself a fixed slot. But anyway, what you fitting to say?
Yeah, no, you're right. They're like it's definitely like harder now, but at the same time, the good thing about it is if a lot of people don't understand, even though you can't be in the live chat at the time, you can go back and watch the live chat replay on
right.
Because a lot of people kept telling me like, oh, you can't see the replay, but you have to like swipe the comment thing over to the left a couple of times, then it'll say live chat replay and you push that. But sometimes it takes a little bit for it to come up after you're done with your stream. It has like process or whatever. So for those of you who don't know that you can, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you probably do know that, but if you didn't, you can still watch the live chat as it happened to see what's going on with what you're talking about as well as what the chat's saying.
See, that's one thing that I do like about the third-party streaming tools like Restream and StreamYard is I have the ability to pull comments right here on the screen and they will be right in the screen with us, to where like, okay, when you have, when you're on your TV, right, you can't watch comments on a live stream on your TV. You can only do it on a computer and on your phone. So if you have the ability to have the overlay, the chat overlay on here, then the people that watch it on TV can see what the people in the chat are talking about. And where it kind of gets important, I chat with my chat a lot. I talk, I interact with them a whole bunch. So if somebody's replaying, like after the stream's over, they can't see comments on the TV, so they don't know what's going on between me and the chat. They only hearing me. They're not seeing who I'm talking to. So that overlay tool is an awesome tool to have. I quit doing it a long time ago. I need to get back to it, but I don't use it anymore because I like to have more of the screen. So if I'm reading documents, it's not over the top of the documents.
Gotcha. Yeah. So this is StreamYard or what is this?
This is Restream here. I use Restream. StreamYard, that's for rich people.
Now, does it cost money to have this stuff, or is it like a free app?
Yeah, it's like $20 a month.
We definitely ain't going there.
Yeah, I was gonna do StreamYard, okay, and then I was talking to some friends at the time, and I went ahead and went with Restream because at the time all of them were about the same. They were all about $20 a month. And if you did the annual thing, where you pay a year in advance, they knocked it down to like $16. But I was lucky. 2024, they had a Black Friday sale. So I got it for like $9.50 a month for the year. So I gave them the $114 and then boom. But I mean, it's not for everybody. You and Jeremy are doing absolutely perfect the way you guys are doing. It's not costing you anything to use YouTube. You know what I mean?
Right. No, yeah, exactly. Well, and that's where people like, a lot of people like, well, they get 30%. But I look at it like, well, if I didn't have YouTube, just like when my riders ride for me at my shows, I'm making money on them. They need to make money. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you wouldn't have this platform to be able to make this money. So, like, I totally get it. I'm not against it because, it's just business, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I do like the people that appreciate it, like LRG. He'll end up sending me like $100 cash in the mail, and he's more of a friend, but just because he wants to see me get 100% of it. Now, like with the PayPal, for example, you know what I mean? You get more of people are able to contribute, like with yours right now. You'll be getting all of that versus YouTube getting, which is kind of cool, I think, because but at the same time, we wouldn't have YouTube as to build our audience to continue to grow. So, well, it is what it is.
When I shut my channel down, there was no such thing as super chats, memberships, none of that. Back then, what it was is YouTube was seeing a pattern. You used to have Patreon. That's where you got your memberships. People would pay Patreon, and then what you would do is you'd upload your videos to Patreon, and your members got to see them first, and then you would release them on YouTube like a day later. Okay. And then came the PayPal. Everybody was sending PayPal, and that was your super chats back then. Well, YouTube figured out, hey, that's a gold mine. We can offer super chats and memberships. We can take 30% of what they make, and it keeps everything in-house instead of having everything going to PayPal or Patreon.
Right.
So when I came back and started the channel back up, that was all new to me. Super chats and memberships and all of that stuff. I can see the simplicity, because why would you want to click a link and go off your video to go super chat somebody when you can just click the link right in the chat and do it all right there while you're live, you know? And
right.
I can see it was a smart move for YouTube.
Yeah, and then people, and a lot of times, and that's where, and people know, like, it's just like your chat, like, and I'm not calling anybody out, because I believe every chat interacts as much as you can, but like, for example, when you have a couple thousand people and it's scrolling, it's hard to interact, but but you do, like, sometimes the super chats will help the creator, like, go ahead and recognize that. And it's not that the creators ask for money, but the fact that, like, that super chat, you'll read that. But sometimes people, I think, enjoy being able to get see themselves say something or whatever, even though even though we try to see it and it goes up and it's all important. But I do know, like, us creators aren't asking for that, but it's appreciated, and I think because it's appreciated, that's what we try to read the comment or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Jeremy in Tug's chat, it goes so fast. I mean, I'll go in and say hi, but I don't carry on conversations, and it's not their fault. It's just they have thousands of people in their chat. Where mine, we have 130 or 430 people in here. My chat's slow enough now where I can acknowledge the chat. I don't know what I would do if I had as many people as Jeremy and Tug. I mean, they had their chats fly.
That's why they just go. That's what what I mean. You just have to go. You can't really try. You'll try and grab something here and there. You know what I mean? Right. But you can't try to focus on the chat, because it's so big, and you won't ever get nothing done. You just have to focus on whatever you're talking about that day, and then do it, because you'll spend the whole time. Like, for me, like, my lives are let's chat and interact. That's what it is. Like, we're just hanging out and chatting. I don't have no purpose or anything going on. It's just let's chat and interact. And so and I'm fortunate enough to have a slow enough chat where I can do that, but eventually one day I want my chat flying. I have to put it on the 20-second slow mode so I can see a chat here and there. You know what I mean? Right. But yeah, unless you did that, there's no way to see what's going on and try to keep up with what they're saying and what they're responding with, and
Well, that's where your mods come in. Your mods are your biggest tool when it comes to live streaming, because usually if the chat's moving too fast for me, I'll just say, hey, look, man, this thing's flying. Next thing you know, the mods know to just slow it down a little bit. And if it gets too slow, then I say, hey, just pick it up a little bit. And the mods are awesome. They are an awesome tool to have. They really are the backbone of a lot of people's channels. And the sad thing is they don't get a lot of credit. I try and let my mods know how much I appreciate them, but I don't think a lot of people out there realize just how important these mods are to keep your chat running smoothly. And hats off to all of them. I mean, I think you've got T42 over there as one of your mods. Yeah.
So basically, the way my channel is, like at Carberg, which is Carolyn B, and then T42. And it's funny T42, because I was talking to Expert one day, and he was talking about T42, and he was like, man, she loves you. She tells me everything about all the videos and stuff. And then one day I hadn't had no mods in my chat, and somebody asked about a link, and T42 said, you need to be a mod to put a link up. So I just made her a link then. I made her a mod then, because I was like, well, here we go. Let's, but for the most part, those are only two. And like you said, shout out to them, because of the fact that they commit, you know what I mean? They're there spending their time with you and help to be able to post the links, to be able to post up, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Links or what day, for example, like the Dollywood things going on, like different things like that. But yeah, so other than that, like everybody's like blue in my chat. I just put them blue so I can like see them and recognize them as they're going in the chat, you know what I mean? And at the same time, they're, it's not that I'm not taking away from anybody else. It's just the fact that it helps me trying to pay attention to my chat. But it's really the only two that I have that I don't expect, but that graciously do it for me are T42 and Carberg, or it's Maggot Carolyn, I think she changed it up.
I saw that yesterday when I was in there. I'm like, what is this? And she's running with it. She's running with the maggot thing. I love it. Yeah,
it's fun, and that's where, like I said before, not to get back to it, but dude, you want to say that? I'm just gonna, I got the maggot tax. You know what I mean? I do the maggot tax thing on the live. People, here's 99 cents for maggot tax, and hey, I'm just gonna continue to have fun with it, and I'm glad to see them having fun, but not to get off topic. But yeah, they're definitely I do appreciate it because the fact of like I'm so scatterbrained to stay on topic, especially with Julie, not in my chat no more. Like, you know, Carolyn, people too definitely keep me in tune, and the same thing with the chat. But you're right, man. They devote their time to help your channel. You know, they don't have to do that. They're not getting paid for it. You know what I mean?
Well,
And so
I'll be straight up honest with you. I have 2 channels that I watch if I need to unplug and just have a fun time. That's you and the expert. You two squirrel and squirrel so much and have so much fun. It takes your mind right off of whatever, you know, was bugging you. And the fact that I can watch you guys and watch how you guys have fun at it, that helps me tremendously.
cool.
I need to get a hold of expert and have a chat with him. I just keep forgetting about it. Look how long it took me to get a hold of you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, you know, it's funny because they keep inviting me on the Friday Night Live, but at that point in time, me and Julie are kind of, and like as you know, you got to balance, you know, your stream, you know, your videos with your home life and with dinner. You know what I mean? You know, that's important to me. Same thing with family time with the girls. You know what I mean? Like sometimes like it'll be like you won't get a video just because the girls are here and we're gonna go get ice cream day and go to the springs, and I'm just not gonna make a video. You know what I mean? Because that's more important. So I want to eventually get on there one time. And sometimes I could jump in a conversation here and there for a few minutes, but that just seems like a good vibe over there. Yeah, like I said, he's it's just a good vibration, good fun, and yeah, like I can't wait. I wish I could go to Dollywood for the thing, maybe next year. But you know, it'd be fun to actually meet him in person and you know, all hang out. And same thing. Who knows? Maybe eventually one day I can have something here at Tubetown, or you know, another type of half meal type grill type of thing. We'll spin up somewhere. You know, so. But it would be cool to get to meet everybody. You know, I
think I have my favorites is trying to apply for a mod job with you.
I can't see the chat, so I don't know.
Can it be an outside mod?
An outside mod?
Yeah. She's poking fun. I have my favorites. It's hilarious. She hangs out
got the
with
green cone.
Yeah, the green cone. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's I mean, she mods for a lot of channels. I think Tug, Megan, Jay Hip, Shizzy, I think. I think at one time she said she mods for like 8 channels. That's devotion. That is devotion right there. Yeah, I thought about making her a mod, but I want her to come in here and relax. Okay. I want her to just have fun. I don't want her to have to work over here.
Right.
But one of these days, her and I might have a little chat, but you know, I know she's got to be a busy woman. She spends, I mean, think about it. She's on with Jay in the morning. She's on with Tug and Megan at night, modding for those guys. I think she mods for Shizzy. So she's busy. Too. Right. Yeah. And she's making videos now on top of her crafting. She also, those little green cones, she paints all of those.
Well, I just saw again. Forgive me. I've seen the one video because she hit me up an email and asking about some pictures for Tubetown for the green cone, and I saw that video. But so I'm guessing she makes small green cones. Does she sell them?
Yeah, I think she makes them for Jay. I'm not sure. I know she sent one to Mama Coop, but they're little keychains, and they're only about yay big, you know. And she paints all of them. She put Mama's name on it. I think she put Jay's name on his, but they're just cute as can be. And they're keychains. I think Mama's got them hanging up out in the, in her car. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I have that photo still. I've got it somewhere, but, yeah, it's awesome.
Let me put it on mute real quick.
Yeah, go for it, my man. I'll catch up with some of the chat here. All right, Rob Pate, a link for the expert.
Am I on mute or do I got to do it?
Nope, you're still going. You're still going.
Hold on.
Should be the little microphone there. There you go. Now you're on mute. All right. Who do we got here? We got Rob Pate asking for the link for the expert. So if one of the mods would be so kind as to post that link, it would be greatly appreciated. I love watching the expert. He's sporadic with his content. He's an in-home caregiver for his family. So he's sporadic with his stuff, but he does his Friday night lives. It's usually him and a whole bunch of guests. He does play a lot of Jeremy's coin pusher videos, but just listening to him and everything, it's just so fun. It takes your mind off of the everyday crazy stuff. But I'll take a minute here to tell you guys, since I am demonetized, if you want to help the channel, do not feel pressured at all. The link for my tip jar PayPal account is pinned at the bottom right above where you comment. So if you would like to help the channel, there you go. If not, hey, it does not matter. I appreciate you being in the chat and hanging out. That's what matters most. All right. All right. What do we got here? MrCoop, can you tell Travis hi from me and who? Gate Master? Oh, sure. He's back. I don't know if he's unmuted or not. He's working on it.
I think I got it. My back.
There you go. You got it. You got it. We got
learning
where did it go? Come
stuff.
back here. We got the, what is that? Stats. I guess that's it. MrCoop, can you tell Travis hi from me and Gate Master? Or
yeah,
Gate
what's up,
Smasher.
guys?
That's Gate Smasher.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, they're the ones who actually, all my What You Doing Willis bumper stickers. They're the ones that, they're the ones responsible for that. And it's funny because today's video, you'll see the very last one given away to the viewer that stopped by is the last sticker that we had. So yeah, they support the channel a lot. So yeah, shout out to you guys. What's up?
Oh, we got Rob Pate, my favorite two YouTubers. No way would I have missed today.
What's up, Rob?
Yeah, I love it when Rob's in the chat. He's always got some good information. He posts a lot of good comments because you've seen my channel. You know what I talk about over here. We do court documents and stuff like that. And I'm not the smartest cookie in the pack, and when it comes to this law stuff. And my chat, they have a lot of things that help clarify stuff for me. Anyway, so how's the sweetie doing? She home from work now?
No, actually, well, going and picking up the girls. So right now, Levy County, like the schools are starting to fill up with smoke. She said so.
So the fire's still going?
Yeah, dude. This morning, like here, it was so smoky you couldn't even see across my. Here, let me show you.
Oh wow, Nancy just said Levy County is under evacuation. Holy cow!
Yeah, you couldn't even see across that field this morning, actually. But it was so bad, like here, and we're not even close to the fires.
Now, you live like 45 minutes away from Tubetown, right?
Nah, it's 20
minutes.
Yeah.
So now there's smoke. You can see the smoke from what's burning, and it's still going.
Oh yeah. From what I understand, the fire's still going. I don't know. I haven't checked in to see, but yeah, I know that they. It was funny. My buddy was on the news. They interviewed him because I saw something on the WCJB or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, they evacuated. Golf hammock, dude. I got a video. Like, if you saw Jeremy Short, like I walk outside, and Jeremy's like, dude, that's from the fire, and I'm like, holy smokes! Like, it was bad. Like, it's scary. Like I said, I think it was in my live yesterday or whatever. Like, I don't care if you like me or don't like me. I'm sending prayers for anybody out there in Levy County,
exactly,
that's anywhere near. It's going to be affected by this. Your animals, your homes, like literally, I'm praying for you. And I don't care.
Everyone in Otter Creek, is safe and sound. And that even goes for you and John, Lynette. I don't wish any harm on you guys at all. Exactly. I even want you guys to be safe and sound. So, if you guys are listening and you need to get out of town, man. Don't stick around if it's headed your way. There he is. I mean, shit, it's got to be pretty bad if Travis can see it and he lives 20 minutes away.
Yeah, no, the smoke was like, even my father-in-law called me. He lives out in the county about 5 miles away from me. He's like, hey, is there smoke in town? I'm like, yeah, Papa. It's like, it's everywhere right now. Because William texted me, she's out walking. She goes for a walk every day. And she's like, babe, don't leave the door open in the house. Because then about that time, next day, it started coming in the whole yard. Like, literally, you couldn't even see across my yard. It was like bad. But there's several fires on the other side of Gainesville. There's some in Bronson. There's some out in Goethe Forest. There's like 4 fires going on all around us right now.
Holy cow. Now, the one in Otter Creek, is that in Otter Creek or is it?
No, it's not made it there, but depending on the winds, like you could definitely make it there. So it's going to be, it'd be southeast of Otter Creek. And it's all just nature. It's the Goethe National Forest. If you go to Lake Otter Creek, you look at it and you look down to the right, if you're looking at it from aerial view, that's going to be where it's at. And you see, it's just all woods. I mean, it's just all woods. I mean, you got to understand, like between say Steenhatchee and Inglis, And Steinhatchee is way north on the Nature's Coast on the Big Bend, but the only major town is Chiefland. Other than that, it's just all little bitty towns and mostly woods. You know what I mean? So and we're so dry right now. It's scary. It's I'm not gonna lie. You know, me and Julie don't have our fires at night right now just because of the fact of it's just too dry. You know, and we set up fires every night. We'll sit there and have a campfire in my fire pit.
Well, I was carrying on about that for a while. You know, I grew up here, and you know as well as I do that these trees in Florida, these oak trees, they don't shed their leaves in the fall like stuff up north does. They shed their leaves in the spring when the new foliage comes on. Right. So anybody that's been in Florida for any amount of time knows in the springtime you don't burn shit. You stay out of it.
Right.
That's why I was pushing the whole issue about it's your responsibility to call and see if there's a burn ban. If you don't call and find out if there's a burn ban, it's on you when you burn somebody's house down.
Well, the thing about it is, around here, you got text. I got a text from yesterday from Gilchrist County saying, hey, you know, about the burn ban and everything. You got Facebook, you got the local news. They were just using that as an excuse, and they get lucky because of the fact of they didn't have to suffer any repercussions from it. But I'm still curious as to, you know, that day they were burning trash, 1,000%. You know what I mean? And like, you know, but it was so windy. Like, that would have really been unfortunate if that would have turned into like one of these major fires that affected people's homes and dwelling because of the fact of just plain stupidity or plain just like bitterness towards the guy across the street that's making YouTube videos. I'm gonna go out here and light a fire when it's 30-mile-an-hour wind. That was actually probably, I think it was like 12 or 14-mile-an-hour wind, but still that's a lot on a dry day with trash burning. So because the trash is what, you know, that blows up and lands over there. You know what I mean? That's the problem. You know, it's like the light trash, you know, like sticks aren't going to fly away. Yes, you have ambers, but you know, when you're burning paper, if you see the wind blow, you'll see the wind blow the paper right out and it's still on fire and land over there. You know?
Now, are these fires headed towards you guys or are they headed the other direction?
No, they're heading towards Otter Creek right now. As far as like where it's at, where they stopped, if the wind's different today, like, I don't know. Yesterday, you can, I might put it in a video. I did a quick little clip. I was just like, wow, this is insane. Cause it's like a big giant storm front coming in on you. You know what I mean? Cause it's you got bright blue sky here, and it turns all white. And you can tell it's like a big giant white cloud that takes up the whole entire sky.
I can see the trees behind you, the wind blowing. I mean,
oh yeah, no, it's and where I'm at too, I'm kind of like tucked in, so you're not even gonna see it that much. I just did a different backdrop today because I didn't want to sit in the sun over there and sweat.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
But yeah, it's definitely breezy. So
you guys definitely need to stay safe up there. So it's going the opposite direction of where you guys live.
Well, where we live, I mean, it would go down. It would go towards the coast and go towards Cedar Key. If the wind stayed the same, it would never come north to me. But that's not to say that there won't be. That's another thing for everybody out there. Don't get this. No, you know, it's cool. You smoke cigarettes, great. You know, that's your deal. Do not throw them out the window when you're driving on the road. So many people don't understand. Like when they throw their cigarette butt out the window, one, it's littering, but especially if you don't put it out. But it lands on the ground. The other cars going by, just basically, you know how many times you drive by and you'll see where the fire started on the side of the road? It's on the way to Otter Creek and it went all up into people's yard. Like, because they throw their cigarette out and lands on the road, other cars go by, the wind blows, it's so dry, it lights up. So just keep that in mind. If you smoke cigarettes, you're driving down the road, just you know, put in an empty Coke bottle or something. Just don't throw it out the window.
Oh, I don't smoke anymore. I quit that stuff a long time ago. I figured if I was gonna, you know, unalive anybody, might as well be myself. So yeah, I'm a sucker, a chewer. So
I chewed for, and I know you're probably gonna get off there soon, but I chewed for like 20 plus years, and I ended up quitting just cold turkey. You know what I mean? It's one of the things where you just gotta figure out you don't want it anymore. But yeah, I know all about it, dude. I know, and the reason I started is because I started working at a nightclub in Orlando. It's called 8 Seconds. It's like a club, like 2,000. We have 2,000 people, so we have 20 bouncers on staff, and I was a bouncer, and I just started chewing because I didn't feel like a cowboy, even though I was born in Texas. I was named after the movie Shane. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, when you grew up in Orlando in the 90s, and next thing you know, there's a country club in the middle of downtown, all cowboys. And so I was like, well, I'll just start chewing tobacco. So, you know, I had to wear my cowboy hat and I put my tobacco in, and then of course that got me addicted. But unfortunately, but back to cigarette smoking, like it's to each his own. If you smoke cigarettes, that's cool. Just keep in mind, don't throw them out the window right now.
Now, Miss Nancy says, Mr. Coop, there are currently 135 wildfires burning in Florida.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And they were saying on the news that the helicopter was over there in Gothi. It got diverted. It was dropping buckets of water. It got diverted and had to fly and go to another fire on the other side of Bronson. And my daughter lives in Bronson. And so, yeah, it's definitely affecting this whole area. So, again, I don't care if you don't like me. You know, I'm just sending prayers for everybody in the path of this fire. And I'll just leave it with that, you know?
Oh, most definitely. All right. You got anything you want to plug? You got anything? What time you got your videos coming out today?
Yeah, all my videos always come out 6:30 every night. So check that out. It'll be tonight. It should be entertaining. It's gonna be fun. I'm sure we'll get a couple drama llamas on there, which those are always entertaining. But no, I just want everybody just to smile and, you know, enjoy your day, because we're not promised, you know, tomorrow. Yesterday was the past. Tomorrow's, you know, the future. All we get is the present that we get to live each day. So just be joyful and thankful you get to do that. And you know.
I just got reconnected real quick, but I'm back. But yeah, guys and gals, if you have not posted Travis's link in the chat, please do so. I'm pretty sure my mods have. I haven't been paying attention to the chat, because usually when I have, you know, somebody like you on a guest, I try and pay attention to you guys. So if you don't mind, mods, if you haven't posted the link, please post the link for Travis's channel. Are you going to have a live today, or just dropping a video at 6:30?
No. Yeah, usually my lives are on Saturdays at noon and Tuesdays at 6:30, and then the postings are every day at 6:30 except for Tuesday and Saturday. So, yeah, 6:30 usually is when you find me.
So, will this be a manservant exclusive tonight?
No, actually, well, you're gonna get to see the blessing box get delivered. You'll get to play around the tube town with the guests to stop by, unexpected guests. And then we had another second guest that was there when the neighbor come out. So, and you'll get to see his shenanigans. So, yeah, it should be entertaining. Like I said, I'm sure we're gonna have some drama llamas out there, which is always fun. So, shout out to all the drama llamas for keeping us, you know, the support going, because they just can't get enough of it.
All right, my brother. Well, I'm going to shut this whole thing down and send these people to the barn. It was so happy, you know, or not happy. It was so nice having you on today. We're going to have to do this again.
Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely.
I had a blast. And with that being said, I'm going to tell everybody, you know, hey, you guys know I'm on every day, Monday through Friday, from 11 Eastern Standard Time to around 1 o'clock. Thank you, everybody. Oh, that's right. I can't leave yet. I've got to go over and do my my super chats.
Man, well, enjoy.
All right, brother. You have a good one.
Deuces.
Keep me informed if anything happens up there, okay? If you guys are okay.
Will do.
All right, brother. You have a good one. All right, guys and gals in the chat, you got me all by myself now. So I'm going to run over here and I'm going to pull up my PayPal, and I'm going to thank each and every one of you who sent something today. I know that there were people that sent stuff last night that I want to make sure and acknowledge. And I know there were a few of you today. Let's see. No, cancel. I just want to go straight into my thing. I don't want to set up no passwords or nothing. I'm going to shut this off for the time being. Oh, Mama says it's under activity. All right, let's go. All transactions. Let's go see what people have to say. Holy smokes. All right. I guess we just click on these and it'll have a note with them, I guess. Who we got here? Is that you, babe? Okay. All right. We got a transaction here. Who do we have? It gives me a name, but I don't see. We have no postal address on file. Payments without shipping address. Okay, I don't know what this is about. I don't know how to read this, guys, so I'm trying to figure it out. Here we go. Information accept. All right. It's not telling me who sent it. Okay, so how am I supposed to thank these people so that I can't tell? Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm not going to call out your name, but the initials are EP. Thank you so much for the $15 super chat or super tip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's get back over there, and it should. Okay, it'll tell me. And then now the next one, RH. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Torhild, you go by your real name in chat. Thank you so much, girly girl, for your $5 super chat. Then we have Miss SP. Well, Susan, you also go by your name in chat, so I'll call you out. Thank you for the $25 super chat, girly girl. Much appreciated. AM, thank you for the $25 super chat. Muchly appreciated. Tug the Umbrella Guy. Holy cow. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. Tug has been a great help to me on a lot of this YouTube stuff that I never knew about. He's been a tremendous help trying to get things worked out, and I appreciate it so much. And then we have GN with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. And then we have DR, one of my mods. Holy schmuckoli. DR, thank you so much. I'm not going to say how much you sent, but trust me, guys, it's greatly appreciated. I am at a loss for that. That's very generous, DR. Thank you so much. And then we have MG with a $5 super chat from yesterday. And then we have Google. I don't know who sent it. It just says Google for another $5 super chat. So, guys and gals, thank you all so much for the super chats. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me today. It's been greatly appreciated. You guys know that. I will see you guys in the morning. And with that being said, stay safe, have fun, and Coop's out.